And now, coming to you live from the tri-state area and San Francisco, California, it's the best part of Wednesday, Waffle Box, with your hosts, Mike Fish and Kush Hayes.
Welcome to Waffle Box Podcast, where we talk about anything, everything, and nothing all at the same time. Coming up on episode 218. Should bars be the place for old people? Let's discuss. What happens when you turn your heat off during the winter? Well, it's not a good idea. Plus, Kush reviews a movie before it's out in the cinemas. Oh, it doesn't happen often, but when it does, we get excited. I am Mike Fish, and I am joined, as always, by the main man from San Fran. It's Mr. Kush Hayes. Kush, how you doing, buddy?
What's good, y'all? Kush Hayes here, coming in with the newest edition of the Waffle Box. Excuse me. It's the original Waffle Box. The best part of Wednesdays, you accept no substitutions. Coming to you all the way from the future home of Super Bowl 60, Mike Fish. 10 days and change before kickoff. We've just added Green Day to the opening ceremony. Marvelous. Of course, Bad Bunny is going to be in the halftime show.
Naughty Rabbit, love it.
It's going to be a wild time. We have the Patriots and the Seahawks.
Yep.
Goodness. Anyways, you love us because we do this, and we do this because we love you, Mike Fish. Are you staying warm?
No, is a short answer to that. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'm in. I don't think I've probably been the worst affected area, but as the choir boy said to the bishop, "Oh, I didn't like receiving that 12 inches."
Oh dear.
It was great. Sunday was a 4-shifter.
4-shifter.
Yeah, because it meant because I didn't want to wait until all the snow had finished before I started shoveling. So I had to go 4 different times. I went out and shoveled snow.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Around 2 p.m., 5 p.m., 9 p.m.
God damn.
And then again, Monday morning.
All right, dude. I hope it's not a big driveway or walkway.
It was. It's not huge. I'm not a millionaire, but it took a while. Let's just say that. I felt it. I felt it in my loins.
I felt it on your shoulders too. Oh,
yeah.
Goodness.
But it was good that by the time the 9 o'clock shift came around, I'd had a couple of beers. So it's quite I took a couple of beers, stuck them in the snow. And
smart.
It was nice. That wasn't too bad because by then all the neighbors were out. It was like a community thing. We was all chatting away. I was the only one drinking. Well, whatever.
Well, why not?
But it was fun. That was fun. And then
Monday morning. Not a factor in this?
Salt was a factor, but the problem. So you won't know about this, and I'm not judging you, but you're in a fortunate area of the country. But the salt, you have to be strategic with your salt usage.
Oh, okay.
Because you have to wait until you're pretty confident the most of the snow is done before you put your salt down. Because what you do, if you put your salt down, and then you get another 2, 3, 4 inches of snow on top of the salt, what just happens is the bottom part of the snow melts, but with the snow, and so it just becomes sludgy at the bottom, and it becomes even more of a bitch to shovel.
Okay. See, we learned something new today, kids.
Yeah. So you have to wait until you're confident the snow's done, then put the salt down. And then by the morning, it's clear as fuck. But it's pretty crazy. What's happened now is my front yard. If you see the front yard, where it's just shoveling the pathway to the front door and the sidewalk, and then my next door neighbor, we have 6-foot piles of snow on top of the yard.
Okay.
And then what's crazy is I was driving to work today, is the road conditions, it's sketchy to drive right now. Not because of the road conditions, the roads are fine. By this point, they've been cleared, salted, lovely. But because of the amount of snow that fell and the plows are just pushing it to the side, most of the roads that even the main roads that were, say, 2 lanes are now 1.5 at best.
Okay. Yeah, they can only
So
do so much
if
too.
there's a car coming the opposite direction, you have to suddenly drive like 5 miles per hour to kind of scooch past each other.
Mhm.
It's not great.
Mhm. I got a radical idea.
Go for it. I love it.
Flamethrowers.
Oof.
What
See,
if we just had a truck with flamethrowers?
yes, but the problem is with that, you would need, and I'm not against this, but you would need like a constant flow of the flamethrowers
Yeah, yeah. This is true. This is
because
true.
if you melt the snow, because of how cold as balls it is right now, you would just have a river, like the road would become an ice rink, which is not good either. So
Okay,
you'd
okay.
need the constant flamethrowers to keep the water watery.
Okay.
Because
Okay. See, this is why we ask questions. We don't
I'll
know.
give you some little facts here, and we love little facts.
Just the
Oh,
facts,
we
ma'am.
love facts.
Right now, as we're recording this at 9:55 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Um, do you want this is how I appreciate how wind chill and all that works, but
Hmm.
I hate it when it gives you a temperature and then it goes, but it feels like
Yes.
that's how cold it is. Don't give me this fucking. So the real feel, quote unquote, right now is 11 degrees Fahrenheit.
Mm.
And for those in our Canadian friends and British friends who use Celsius, and you're the correct people, because Celsius is the correct way to measure temperature, it's minus 17 degrees Celsius.
Goodness.
It's fucking cold.
It's cold. Yeah, man.
And
No,
it's
no
windy.
debate there.
So the wind like scooches over the snow. And it's just miserable right now. It's just miserable.
Does not sound like fun.
But this is where I live. So, it's my fault. Life choices, I guess.
Yes.
Should have fucking went to Nevada or Florida.
Florida probably. Nevada is the up in the mountains, so you'd be dealing with more snow. I don't know as excessive as New Jersey's weather tonight, but you would still be dealing with more snow in Nevada.
But the problem is that so if right here I'm dealing with snow and wind chill, Florida there's a very good chance I'll get eaten by an alligator. So it's like
Yeah.
swings and roundabouts.
Hmm. Yeah, it's not about where you want to live, it's about where you want to die.
It's how you want to die. And
I'll take
the thing with
earthquakes any day.
the thing yeah, because the thing with the crocodile, it could be quick and easy, but it could also be very long and dragged out.
Those suckers will drag you underwater and wait till you drown,
Yeah, they do that twist
and then
shit.
start fucking with you. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Dying by crocodile is not fun. Whereas at least here, if I'm cold, I could drink to help make myself feel warm, and then at some point there's kind of that Venn diagram crossover where
Hmm.
I'm just so drunk I don't feel it, and I just can't die peacefully drunk.
There you go. Yeah, see, happy thoughts.
Changing the subject very drastically. Have
Okay.
you ever? I don't know if you're the kind of person. So I am the kind of person cannot sleep in silence. I just
Mm,
can't.
I'll leave the TV on. Yeah.
TV works, but I live with someone who likes silence, so I tend
Mm,
to end up just putting in an AirPod
okay.
and listening to like a podcast or the radio. And then sidetrack, what's really fun is you put an AirPod in, you fall asleep, and then you get to wake up 5 hours later and play, where's the AirPod?
Here's
Because
the
I move
AirPod.
around and it's gone now. And oh, fuck, I have to find that.
Hmm.
But I was listening to uh, last night because it was like a 3 hour podcast. It's like, this is perfect. This is like, because I'm definitely going to be asleep before this finishes. It was post wrestlings. Shout out to post wrestling, John Pollock. He was doing a history of the Royal Rumble because the Royal Rumble was coming up this Saturday, I believe. This
Okay.
Saturday or something. And he was chronicling,
Chronicling.
chronicling. Yep. Every Royal Rumble. Kind of just talking about the history, the build, blah, blah, blah.
Aren't there like
But
40
what?
of those now?
It's something like that. Because the first one was in it's not going to get into the weeds, but the official first one was 1988. So yeah, almost
Okay.
40 years. But what's happened? Have you ever fallen asleep to either listen to the radio, listen to a podcast, listen to the TV, but then the audio infiltrates your brain and starts affecting your dreams.
Oh, that's happened before, but rarely, very rarely, and usually like NyQuil's involved or something when that happens. Um,
So last night's dream, I remember it vividly, maybe because it was so annoying. I'm not going to get into the details of the dream, but all I remember is several times throughout my life in this dream world, the other characters in my dream would start telling me facts about Royal Rumble.
mm.
And I remember within the dream getting annoyed because I was like, why are you telling me the Hardy Boys and Dudley Boys had a tables match in Royal Rumble 2000? I know this. Stop telling me this. And my
So,
dreaming self was so annoyed.
hmm.
And I woke
Yeah.
up and it was just kind of funny that this guy. And I woke up because the podcast was so long and I guess my sleep was so short. I woke up still having the podcast on. So I woke up with this person talking in my ear about the Royal Rumble. It was very discombobulating.
I had a weird dream back in high school. I got home from school, decided to take a little post nap. Had left the clock radio on to 106.1 KMEL. That's the rap station, because you didn't know that. Um, and then I had a dream that I was an EMT, a paramedic, an ambulance technician,
Thank you for
and
the
we were
service.
trying to resurrect Tupac after being shot.
Oh, doing the
I
Lord's
then
work.
woke up and Rick Chase went, so time, Pacific Standard Time. Tupac Shakur passed away at the hospital. And I'm like, wow,
Wait, wait, wait,
that
wait,
was
wait.
weird.
I thought you were talking about recently. So wait, so you dreamed
No, this was high
that
school.
you dreamt that Tupac was dead, but like you knew.
He had already been shot. He'd been shot and like in a coma for
Oh, so
days
wait.
at
Oh,
this
so
point
what
already.
are you? Are you trying to think that for some reason you predicted his death, or that maybe
No.
it was mentioned on the radio and it infiltrated, and then you thought it was an independent thought because the radio infiltrated your dream?
All
And
right,
that
slow
was a
down
lot.
there,
That was a
buddy.
lot there.
It's just a goddamn coincidence, Mike. Jesus Christ, don't overthink it.
No, I'm not. What else have you predicting?
Not the lucky lotto numbers, unfortunately. Hmm.
Maybe this could be a new segment on the podcast. Kush predicts.
I've had little weird issues of deja vu again, nothing major, but like I'll be on the playground and I'll just turn my head and I'll see something and I'll be like, oh shit, I had a dream about that. But again, it's just non so insignificant, so tiny. Like I don't know why I trigger like, oh, I remember having a dream about the kid just passing the ball like that. Like, yeah. So I would not say I'm psychic or anything. And again, the story I just told you, huge coincidence, but that
I
should
don't
still
know.
happen.
Think you have a gift?
Maybe. Hmm.
Maybe when the World Cup rolls around, I'm going to ask you for some betting tips.
That would be a terrible idea, since I don't know anything about football.
But you don't need to because you have a gift.
Oh, okay. I'm like that octopus that predicts the Super Bowl.
Exactly. So maybe we
Hmm.
could like do a couple of prop bets or something like that each week and maybe put like 50 cents on them. So it's not
Maybe.
major danger. If I lose 50 cents,
Sure.
I lose 50 cents. But what if I don't? What if I win?
3 weeks later, $500, double or nothing.
Boom! Put it
Fuck
on
you,
red.
Switzerland.
There are so many. They've expanded the World Cup this year. I know you don't know the history of the Soccer World Cup, but they've
I don't.
expanded this year so more nations are in it. And
Hmm.
there are just some like I appreciate the expansion of it. So it's more, I guess, more of a world event to have more world nations in the World Cup. But they're also like, no offense, Ivory Coast. I don't think you're gonna win it. What, like, you know what I mean? It's like
Hmm.
we're just dragging
I
this
have to
out at
take
this
your word
point.
for it. I have to take your word
It would
for
be
it.
like having like this tournament, like this. Oh wow, we're gonna have this 5,000 man tournament to crown the best boxer in the world. So
Hmm.
wow, there's 5,000 people in the tournament. That's so big. That's gonna truly name the best heavyweight boxer in the world, and then having me in round one. So I guess it's nice to make up the numbers, but do I really need to be here? I don't think anyone thinks I'm gonna win it.
Mm. Okay.
See that? See, I'm just downplaying my own. I'm not a very good boxer, but anyway. Hmm. Before we get into the show, is there anything else you want to bring up that's been crazy in this world, wacky world?
Mm. I thought there was something we missed last week, but obviously I don't remember what it is. So, no. I think we just get into it.
Let's do that fucking thing then. Let's
Yeah,
find out
man.
what's been going on in this crazy, wacky world in the last 7 days with this week's top stories.
It's now time for this week's top stories.
Bubbles.
First story this week, we go to Tokyo. Ooh,
Konnichiwa.
the home of fast cars and sexy ladies. If the movies have taught me anything. Tokyo Drift, Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift was like porn to me. Anyway, but that
No?
doesn't matter.
Okay. It's also an interesting revelation.
Anywho, and that's not because of Vin Diesel, or maybe it was. A bar in Tokyo's Shibuya district has drawn attention for a sign declaring it a U40 specialty bar. The bar is aimed now at people under 40 years old, describing itself as a pub for the younger generation. The sign says the venue caters to those aged roughly 20 to 39. The bar staff explained that they put up the sign because their usual clientele is young and the older patrons tend to complain about the noise. So they wanted to create a more comfortable environment for their target age group. Although the sign suggests an age limit, the owner later clarified it's not a strict ban. People over 40 are welcome if they are young at heart and okay with loud atmosphere, and the staff will warn older guests about the vibe before letting them in. There's a lot to break down on that story, I feel.
Yeah.
Firstly, first instant reaction, boom. Let's just say, because, spoiler alert, we are both above the age of 40 now.
Mm-hmm.
How would you feel if you walked up to a bar and there was a sign saying only under 40s?
And probably they probably know what's going on here, and they probably know I don't want to be a part of it.
It's good.
I
That's
would
good
I would
attitude to
take
have.
that sign as a good sign. Going, oh, thank you for letting me know in advance.
Yeah, I would also look at it going, this bar's going to be obnoxious. This bar's going to be annoying. It's going to be full of old people, young people. But
Are
also,
they
what's
doing the
not,
6-7 gimmick in Japan as well? Because that's gonna just piss everybody off.
what is that? What does that even, I still don't know what it means. I don't care to know what it means either, but I'm still like, okay, 6, 7, sure, go for it. As long as you're learning how to count, I guess. Um, a couple of things above, right? One, where it said people over 40 are welcome if they're young at heart.
Mm-hmm.
What do you need to do at the door to prove that you're young at heart? Like, do a little jig?
6-7?
Six.
Konnichiwa?
Look, just show him your favorite TikToks. Look at me, see? I'm still young.
Yeah,
I'm
probably.
still hip. Here's the
Probably
thing I
something like that.
think. I'm all for this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I know life is about balance and it's not necessarily we all have to be, oh, well, if we do this, oh, we have to do that, blah, blah, blah. But I'm more than happy for the younger generation to have their bars that
Mm-hmm.
only younger people have. As long as I would love to find a bar that's only, you have to be 40 or above to go into this bar. Give me that bar.
Yeah. I can
That's,
tell you since
oh,
the pandemic has reopened, there's been a couple times where I've just walked into a bar blindly, supposed to meet someone there or whatever, and then you just take a quick surveillance of the crowd and you're like, not here. We're going down the street to anywhere else.
literally
Like,
anywhere else.
literally, it could be something. It could be something on the jukebox. Could be a game playing that I don't want to see, or a movie that I don't want to see playing on the TV. Just like, yeah. Oh, is there a lack of women here? Probably. Also, by the way, any women that are there probably still too young for me, and I wouldn't be able to follow what the hell they were saying, even if I was interested in it.
There are bars that I've walked into, and then I thought, I appreciate this only tends to happen in the movies in the 80s, but I would much rather be like, okay, I have the choice of this bar, or I have this empty oil can that has fire in it and some homos hanging around it. I'd
That could be
much
fun
rather
too.
hang out there. That seems fun. Look at that. They're
Hmm.
singing. They've got some great voices on them. What what is it about homeless people in movies in the 80s? They all had great voices.
Hmm. Well, I mean, that's Hollywood for one. So none of those people were actually homeless. Just to
Well, that's
let you
just,
know.
I mean, it's
Yeah,
good, I
real
guess.
real hobos are their vocal cords are strained, stressed, and poisoned by chain smoking and very cheap Canadian whiskey or vodka, whatever. Pick your poison. So they ain't doing the ooh, oh, they ain't doing all those fucking hymns,
So
man.
you got a
So
dollar?
yeah,
Ah.
it is more like that. So but yeah, that can be a fun night too. I was 2 Fourth of July's ago now. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I pissed off the doorman for some reason and he would not let me in. Joke's on him. He's now been arrested for murder. Um, but anyway, I just went down the street. A friend of mine was bouncing at the local bar there, and I just hung out with him at the door the rest of the night. I had a way better time than I would have in that bar. Anyways, so yeah, okay, good for you, Japan.
Good for you, young people.
Yeah.
Um,
When I was in the last Redheads festival I went to, got there a few days early, noticed there was a party down the street. Thought I had infiltrated it, just just casually blending in. And one of the bouncers looked at me. He was like, "You're not a college student, are you?" And I'm like, "No." What tipped you off there? He was like, "This is a private party for college students, man. And I mean, you want to grab a drink and then go, that's one thing, but you can't hang out here tonight." And I was like, "Oh, part of me wants to be upset by that, but also thank you, because yes, I do not want to be surrounded by a bunch of Dutch college kids."
I mean, it doesn't sound that bad.
Nah, I crossed a threshold, and I was just like, "Yeah, I am too old to be hanging out with this crowd."
I mean,
God damn it! What has my nose been itching for the
I-
entire recording?
surely it means something. What does it mean, right? What is it?
That's not something.
What does it mean when your nose itches? Because I know there's like, is it your finger itches? That means you're going to come into some money or some shit like that.
It's like the palm of your hand does that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I literally just gave a quick once over on my head, so I'm just like, well, did my nose just collect all the hairs? I mean, I'm pretty good about brushing shit off too. But,
Google's just got boring now. It was just like an itchy nose indicates bodily irritation from allergies, dry
oh,
air, or the
oh,
onset of a cold.
I
Fantastic.
am
Okay,
sitting in front of
let's.
the fan here, so that makes total sense.
Okay, there we go. So one of the old wives' tales says that if your nose is itching, somebody's coming to see you.
Oh no,
Yeah, that doesn't like the sound of
I hope
that.
she's naked and friendly,
Yeah,
and a she,
rich and old.
and rich.
Anyway, next story. In we advocate heavily on this podcast, especially around times of the year like St. Patrick's Day,
Hmm.
Christmas, New Year's, but just
No
generally
drinking
all
and
year
driving.
round. Don't drink and drive, kids. Don't drink and
Very
drive.
simple. Super simple.
Just pick one. We're happy for you to drink. We're happy for you to drive. Just do them separately, separate occasions.
I like the way
One
you said that.
person in Antwerp, in Belgium, recently
Okay.
decided, you know what? Hey, I've had too much to drink, so I'm not going to drive home. Good for him.
Hmm.
But he didn't want to leave his car behind. What do we do? Well, police in Antwerp were stunned when a car was stopped at a roadside checkpoint and the driver was a 12-year-old boy. This story is more layered than you think it is. It's fucking insane, right? So officers discovered that the boy was behind the wheel because his father had drank too much alcohol and asked his son to drive instead.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess.
What's crazy is that the boy's mother and two younger siblings were also in the car, and the mother holds a valid driver's license and was sober.
So there's been a couple of AI TikToks floating around here where police are on the scene. There's been a car crash. Cops are interrogating the man. Woman is standing right next. He's like, "Sir, how much have you had to drink tonight?" He's like, "I don't know, a couple bottles, this, that, the other." And they're like, well, it's good that you weren't driving, but that was no excuse to let your wife drive for you. Yeah, it's a misogyny joke. Boom, boom. So, so that falls under this. Like, mom is sober to the bone, but they're like, yeah, I feel more comfortable with the 12-year-old boy driving. Um, there was a TV show called The League, and I thought they did something very clever, although you would never get away with it. Um, where the lawyer of the group went to the bar with the boys after work, threw a couple back, and then when it was time to go home, instead of getting behind the wheel of his car, he called AAA and had them tow back to his house. And they're like, "Come on, man,
Oh,
there's nothing wrong with the car." And he's like, "You know what? I got 500 free miles, so go fuck yourself and take me home."
love a
And then he did.
loophole.
Yeah. They will never let you do that, though, by the way.
Oh.
That's funny on TV, but you cannot do that. But meanwhile, he was just sitting there in the front seat of his car as it's being towed away, just enjoying his cocktail, just like, figured you guys fucking out. Ah.
Ba. So yeah, so this mother bizarrely agreed to this arrangement instead of driving
Yes.
herself. Although there was no accidents or injuries, article reports, authorities cited the boy for driving without a license. Damn, already getting written up before you even get your license, and fined the father for allowing an unfit person to drive. Police also filed a quote concerning educational situation report. That's a great use of wordage. This is a concerning educational situation right here. It's a rare charge that could prompt a broader review of the family environment. The family only continued home after the mother took the wheel. Like, yeah, there is that little misogynistic part of this because, like, you have to think either how little does this man think of his wife, or how bad of a driver is she?
Yeah, right.
Where he's like, you know what, son? I think you're old enough at this point. Let's learn some driving skills.
I mean, to be fair, he was also drunk, so not he's not thinking rationally. I think we got to sprinkle a little of that in there.
But I don't know, maybe this boy was a pretty good driver because by the time he didn't get pulled over, it was just
Just random
unfortunate timing. He
checkpoint.
just got a checkpoint. Fuck. He could have been a great driver. Maybe he's gonna be a
Probably
full
was.
on. Yeah, maybe.
I doubt this is the first time that's happened to him. The driving, not the checkpoint part.
Right. God bless that man. Finally, this is fucking dumb. This is
Hmm.
fucking dumb, right? Especially this time of year, very topical. So, an apartment in Quebec, Canada.
Hmm.
Oui, oui,
Maybe.
mon ami, Sacre bleu, as the French would say, was discovered completely encased in ice after a tenant turned off the heating to save money whilst they went away on vacation.
God damn.
When the building owner entered the unit, he found the walls, ceiling, furniture, and appliances all covered in thick ice, with the
What does that even
floor layered under about a foot of ice.
Oh, hell. Wow.
Tits. The extreme cold caused the water pipes to freeze and burst, flooding the apartment. The leaking water then froze into what the owner described as a fairy tale ice castle. That's actually quite sweet for an owner of an apartment. That's going to cost a lot of fucking money to fix. Oh my god! Even
Yes.
if you're gonna whatever, a fairy tale ice castle. The cost of repairing the extensive damage is expected to be tens of thousands of dollars. The tenant had been evicted, and it's unclear as of the writing of this article if the owner will pursue legal action to recoup the renovation costs. I imagine he will.
But can he? Like the pipe just burst. That's not the tenant's fault.
But it is the tenant's fault because they turn off the heating. But then how would you prove that they turn the heating off?
I think it's just a force majeure thing, man. But
Yeah, I think they might have to eat this one.
Yeah.
Do you know what this took me down a rabbit hole? This little story. Because to start off this show, what I was going to do, because sometimes every now and again, if a story captures me, I'm like, oh, that's a good. I'll try to find maybe like a sound clip to kind of intro the show, just so people know what's going on. And so I was like, maybe I could get like a couple of good Mr. Freeze from Batman and Robin, some good quotes. And then I found out that I'm almost 99% sure there is a Mandela effect in that movie.
Oh, and what is that? I know what the phrase is, but what is the incident you're speaking of?
Well, so I went to YouTube to try to find this sound clip, and it had this YouTube video. It's like 3 minutes long, and it was like every Mr. Freeze pun in this movie. And it's kind of annoying because look, about 60%, I haven't tallied them, so the number could be off, but about 60% of them aren't even puns. Where it's like, oh, you guys need to chill. It's like, it's not a pun, that's just a common saying. It's like, oh, this is a cool party. Again, it's not a pun. But the one I was waiting for to snip it never fucking gets said. I don't think he says, "Nice to meet you" in that movie.
Oh. Debatable. It's been a long time since I've seen it, nor do I care to revisit.
Oh yeah, I'm not going to watch the whole fucking movie again, but it just kind of blew my mind. I could have swore that he says that at some point, but apparently he doesn't.
No, I would just say that the guy who made that 3-minute clip just missed it.
I mean, potentially, but that's the one that everyone thinks of. But if it's not in there,
I don't think of it. But whatever. I get what you're saying.
I might lose sleep over this now.
No, don't do that.
I don't think I have a choice in this matter.
No, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Don't worry.
Well, maybe I'll just stick another Royal Rumble podcast and have an argument with people in my dreams again. That'd be fun. But yeah, don't turn off your heating. If it's cold, yes, it sucks. It costs a lot of money. But just leave your fucking heating on. Craziness. I don't understand, because there are some people, I know people in my life, I am unfortunately living with one, that love cold. It's weird, right?
Not really. Depends. It's like a fucking tropical jungle in my house. That's why it's fucking winter in San Francisco, and I'm still sitting in front of a fan. Like, yeah, you would like living at my house, Mike.
Maybe I think I would, because even like in the height of summer in New Jersey, when every now and again temperatures creep up to the high 90s, low 100s Fahrenheit. You would not be shocked to find me sleeping wearing like pants and a hoodie. Look at how goddamn cold it is in here.
Fascinating.
Like huskies sometimes just randomly go through my living room. It's like, oh, it's not good. I don't like the cold. So I'm just bring on the summer. And then cue the clip from 6 months' time where I'm bitching about how fucking hot it is in New Jersey. Life is about balance.
Not adapt to the winter. Yeah, you need to find that perfect balance. You have not yet. I don't know if you ever will.
No, but it is all life about accumulating, because there was one day where I arrived at work and I think it was like Fahrenheit, argument's sake, let's just say it was 10 degrees Fahrenheit when I got to work. And then when I left for work, it was 25 degrees, which is still fucking cold. But because I had that different, I was like, oh, it's warm. I'm like, put my shorts on.
I don't have I definitely don't ever have those reactions where like I'm all of a sudden feeling much better because 5 degrees have changed one direction or the other. Um, I was working on some site and it was triple digits. We're talking like 100, 101, whatever, whatever. It's hot, hot goddamn day, even in the shade. Just pounding waters the entire time. And my man is there to go like, well, it's only gonna be 96 tomorrow. And I went like, fuck you. Dude, we're from San Francisco. This is hot. This is all hot. 96 degrees is hot. 90 degrees is hot. Anything above 75 for us is fucking hot. Go fuck yourself.
Bitches be bitches.
Bitches.
And it's not a men are more bitches than women. Have you noticed that?
The tide seems to be shifting that way these days. It is unfortunate.
Like the amount of time, especially, I'm not going to mention where I work, but sometimes I'm like, stop bitching. Anyway, before I get in trouble, I'm not going to continue that.
Probably best to abandon.
Abandon ship. So the person in Antwerp, Belgium, didn't achieve anything. The tenant in Quebec, Canada, didn't achieve anything. The bar owners in Tokyo, I guess technically you did achieve something, but it's debatable. But it's now time to find out some people that actually did 100% bona fide achieve something so goddamn hard that an Irish brewery gave them a piece of paper to prove it. It's now time for this week's Dumb World Record of the Week.
Why?
Why? Why would I? Why? Why?
Why? Why?
Why? Why? Why would you want to do that?
As much as like I feel like I try to avoid it, because there is, for those watching the YouTube version, I'm trying to work out the mirror effect. I think it's there. The picture of Mr. David Rush, the legendary David Rush.
Oh.
Legendary
that looks
Guinness
like the
World
queen
Record.
over there.
Well, no, that's the queen there. But I'm just thinking of the overlay that I put on the... Because of the mirror of it, I'm pretty sure it's there.
Okay.
David Rush is
Also,
there.
My notes have me pointing to you this way.
No, I think you're... The way... I don't know. Now I'm confused. No, I think you're pointing away from me.
In theory, I should be looking right at you.
I understand that. Because on the Zoom screen, you are pointing... But anyway, so I think David Rush is there. And I think Kim Cattrall is like there.
Okay.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. So I try, because he's a legend, I try to avoid world records that he is breaking. Because he's so goddamn good at them. But then I saw this one, I was like, you know what, David Rush? You son of a bitch, I'm in. David Rush and 11 other tech workers, so I guess he's a tech worker. I don't know really much about. I know he does a lot of work for charity, but I don't know if it was a tech worker. Apparently, set a new world record at a trade show. They are now the Guinness World Record holders for keeping 25 balloons in the air for 1 minute whilst standing. Apparently, no one else in the world has kept 25 balloons in the air for 1 minute.
He's just doing this shit? He's just holding balloons?
No, so they're loose balloons, and
Okay.
they're like, bang, like hitting them. Bang.
Oh. Yeah, okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, what the...
Okay.
Like, and there was a quote in the article where it's like, well, with 11 other people, there's 11 variables. I'm struggling with my words today.
Yeah,
But he tried to kind of sell it as if this was like a really hard thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
But
there's 11 of you. Just each one of you just tap two.
Just two balloons, boop, boop, for a minute.
Like,
boop,
like a kitten.
Yeah. The only reason it's hard to do is because after about 10 seconds, you're like, what am I doing with my life? And you kind of just give up and try to live your life again. Like, David, my man, we love you here on Waffle Box. We love the good work that you do. We love that you're, raising money for charity and raising awareness for great causes. But by all means, just take your time between world records, because like, you are not scraping the bottom of the barrel. You're through the bottom of the barrel. You're in the ground at this point. You're now, the barrel is past you. You're gone. Like, come on, man. Rush led the team effort, which required all participants to simultaneously prevent their balloons from touching the floor. Yeah, we get it. For 60 seconds. Congratulations, I guess. Golf clap. There you go, Dave. The only thing that was disappointing about this article, the real disappointing, was just David Rush. It wasn't his. He didn't do it with his partner, who is also a legend. Can you remember his legendary friend's name? Hollywood Hannon.
Oh, okay. I don't remember that guy's name, but okay.
Hollywood. He gave himself the nickname Hollywood because why the fuck wouldn't you? So yeah, congratulations to David Rush and 11 other people. Apparently they didn't warrant their name. Like, I'm sorry, how many world records do you hold? Back of the line, bitch. Yeah, David Rush, another world record. Congratulations. There you go. It's now time though, because on this day, on this earth, it is now January 28th. Unless you're listening to this on a different day, then I don't know what to tell you. It's Wednesday, January 28th. It's now time to find out 5 celebrities that are celebrating their birthday. We are going to celebrate those 5 celebrities. And Kush and your good selves playing along at home are going to guess how old they are in this week's edition of Celebrity Birthday Blackjack.
Yay.
Place your bets. It's now time for Birthday Blackjack.
I also like to live dangerously.
Yes, welcome back to this week's Celebrity Birthday Blackjack, Wednesday, January 28th edition. If you aren't familiar with Celebrity Birthday Blackjack, let me tell you how this works. I'm going to name 5 celebrities celebrating their birthday today. And then Mr. Kush Hayes and you good fine folks at home have to guess how old they are today. How your score works? Oh, keeping you up there, Kush. Huh?
Might be, yeah.
Anyway, it's good. You're not going to be able to get into any Tokyo bars at this rate, the way you're yawning. How your score works is based on your margin of error. If the celebrity turns 50 today and you guess 55, you're 5 years out, so you score 5 points for that celebrity. And of course, the whole name of the game is to keep your score across the 5 celebrities at 21 or less. If you are able to guess the celebrity's age spot on,
perfect,
then you get to deduct 5 points from your score. As I say, try to keep it 21 below, hence why we call it Celebrity Birthday Blackjack. And this is the 3rd edition of 2026. Kush, you have a record of 1-1.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, last week's score was you scored 241.
Whoa.
You may have whiffed on the last one.
I mean, I was feeling pretty confident. I was just like, come on, I'm due.
For those that weren't keeping score, maybe for some reason, I don't know why you wouldn't have been here last week, but for those that weren't here last week, Kush incorrectly guessed that the guy that played Crazy Steve in Drake and Josh, Jerry Trainer, was not indeed 247 years old.
I mean, I was already 10 points over anyways. It didn't matter.
But hey, no, it was a good guess. What if he was?
But I'd look like a goddamn genius.
Right? He might be good for his... He might have been a wizard. For all we know. Anyway, let's find out who's celebrating their birthday today. Let's see if Kush knows how old they are.
Yay.
Number 1.
Celebrity number 1. Actress who played Alex Dunphy. Ever watch Modern Family?
I caught on to it very late. In fact, I've been watching a couple of your countrymen, Damo and Nick, are doing their watch along. So I've been catching up with old episodes through that. So, but yes, I know Modern Family. Very funny show. That was the long way to go about that.
Yeah. So Alex Dunphy, who is now between me and you, Kush, she is now grown into a hell of a woman.
The girl with the glasses, yes.
Ariel Workman, yes, the nerdy daughter, I guess.
There you go. Yeah.
How old is Ariel Workman?
I believe she's 22 now. The show's only been off the air a couple of years now, but I'm saying 22.
And between me and you, everyone else, turn away for a second. She has got some tig bitties.
Dude, it's like ridiculous, right?
Right?
It's pretty ridiculous. In fact, you are just like, oh, most of America watched you as a child.
Right? It's a little weird.
Me?
It's a little conflicting. But thankfully, or not thankfully for you right now, but thankfully for my moral compass, she's not 22. She is 28 years old.
Oh, wow.
Which gives you a
score. Off the air?
Modern Family. That run from it last episode aired April 2020.
Wow.
So almost 6 years ago now.
So she was 20. She was 22 when the show went off the air. Crazy.
Moral victory there for you.
All right.
Partial credit.
Okay. 6 points.
Celebrity number 2. American rapper, music producer, but also fun fact.
Just the facts, ma'am.
He was born on a military base in Germany. I don't know if that helps.
Okay.
Mr. J. Cole. How old is J. Cole?
So I know that name, but I also might be thinking about the clothing brand.
It's not J. Crew.
That's
J. Cole.
Very, very similar. So, J. Cole, I would guess, is 29. Watch, he's be 35. I'm saying 29 still.
What should be 35? What should be 41?
Is that his age?
He's 41 years old.
Ah, hell, man.
And wait, what was your guess? 25?
I said 29.
29?
Uh-huh.
That much. So you're 12
it ain't much better.
Up to 18.
Oh dear.
Still little wiggle room.
We're still here. We have 3 more. We could nail this. We could get it back down to 3.
I thought there's a couple here you could nail.
All right.
Number 3.
A member of the legendary boy band Backstreet Boys. And I think he's probably the only one I could probably name. Mr. Nick Carter. How old is Nick Carter today? Happy birthday, Nick Carter, by the way.
Blonde kid.
Yep.
Yeah, no longer a boy band.
Backstreet's back. All right.
36 years old.
36 years old?
Mm-hmm.
I shouldn't help you because this is a game,
You
but...
should. But so don't. That's fine.
All right, I won't. 36-year-old. He's 46 years old now.
Oh, jeez. Really? You're younger than me? Okay. Huh. I chose the wrong job.
Yeah, right? You should have been in the boy band. Still, get these 2 spot on, and you're a winner, my friend.
Number 4.
Adam Warlock in the Marvel Cinematic Universe and star of FX's The Bear, Mr. Will Porter. How old is Will Porter? He's one of those guys who's like, he's like, if you look at him, you're like, how are you kind of ugly, but also goddamn sexy at the same time?
That's what is that? Is that ruggedness? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, I know you mean.
He was also on the TV show Shameless, the American adaptation of Shameless, I should say.
He was.
For you Europeans. Yeah, he's the gay son. Redheaded guy, right? What are they talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was on
do you know him?
Shameless for those 12 seasons. No, not personally.
No, I thought you was all friends.
No, not yet.
Okay.
Anyways, stop stalling. He's 30.
30 what?
Just 30 straight.
30 straight?
Mm-hmm. 30 flat.
30 flat. He's 33 years old
Son of a
today.
bitch.
I know. I tried to kind of add on to that 30, pal. So this one's just for funsies. This one.
Just for funsies. All
Just
right.
for funsies.
No making it rain today in the winter. Oh well.
Unfortunately not.
Number 5.
Star of The Lord of the Rings and actor with really fucking creepy eyes, Mr. Elijah Wood. Have you not noticed that? If you look if you look at Elijah Wood in the eyes, like I feel you'll be haunted.
They're a little bulgier than the average set of eyes. But yeah,
And they're very light.
That's another guy who's been around forever now. Like we watched him grow up on stage. Anyways, I believe he's just older than me, so I'm going to say 49.
49?
Mm-hmm.
He's 45 years old.
Son of a
today.
bitch. How is he younger than me? What the fuck?
So that does take your score up to a, more respectable score than last week. So moral victory, but you're scoring 35, which unfortunately means this week again, you sir are a loser.
Yeah. Ariel Winter and Nick so and so. They yeah. I should have been better about those.
Like Nick Carter,
Nick Carter,
don't know how like you thought a member of the Backstreet Boys was still in his 30s.
Yeah, that's crazy, right? That's how it was, though. That's how it is. I don't know. Anyway. Say lovey.
What happened? This is how the game goes. If you are playing along at home, by all means, share your score in the comment section below on YouTube or hit us up on Twitter at Waffle Box, on Blue Sky at Waffle Pod. Or also, I don't know if it's going to be a popular thing, but I saw there was a thing called a new app called Upscrolled. I don't fucking know, but if you're on that, you can find us at Waffle Box. I'm going to post on there and then again until no doubt in about 4 days' time I forget that I'll have that account. But still, get on there while you still can. Yeah. It's now time. Kush didn't paint himself in the best light in that little game show, but now it's time to watch him shine because he's about to do what he does best. This man is about to review a movie in a segment that we like to call Kush's Movie Review.
Kush's Movie Review.
This week's movie review is excitingly a movie that technically hasn't officially come out yet as of date of recording and release. It's Send Help, a movie starring Rachel McAdams as a young, attractive lady at a bar that just gets hounded by obnoxious, drunk men, and we just live life vicariously through her cell phone as she tries to get her friends to save her from the horrid conversation and breath of drunk men. The end.
No.
Close? No? Okay.
No.
What are we talking about then, Kush?
We are talking about Send Help. It is rated R for a lot of blood.
Oh.
And some insinuated violence. It is a 1 hour 53 minutes. Not bad. Not bad. maybe 5 minutes, but not bad. Directed by Sam Raimi. It's a name we haven't heard from a while, so it was exciting. Like, I've been seeing the trailer for this, and I kept forgetting, like, oh shit, there's a new Sam Raimi movie out. So when I discovered that, I was very happy to see that. For those of you that are kind of scratching your head, last thing we saw Sam Raimi do was Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. And then obviously he did the Evil Dead trilogy and the original Spider-Man 2000s trilogy. Part one and two were awesome. Part three, not so much. So anyway, send help. This is not a billion-dollar blockbuster. It's nice to see him like return to his roots, like a Drag Me to Hell or even an Army of Darkness, where the budget is, in 2026 inflation numbers, probably $40 million is all they spent on this movie. Probably. I mean, at most. I don't know. Original music by Danny Elfman. That's exciting.
That
I
is
really didn't notice
exciting.
any of it. This is their eighth collaboration together. And then written by two dudes named Damian Shannon and Mark Swift. And you've never heard of these gentlemen before, but the only three movies they've ever gotten successfully made was 2017's Baywatch, 2009's remake of Friday the 13th, and then 2003's Freddy vs. Jason, which I really enjoyed. I don't care what anyone says. That's a fun movie. Anyways, Rachel McAdams and Dylan O'Brien are pretty much the only two people in this movie. As we're getting to meet Rachel McAdams, there's, people in the office and higher classmen and lower classmen and this and that and the other. And well, what it is Rachel McAdams is that lady in the office, goes above and beyond the call of duty, does all the work, gets none of the credit. Um, the boss, who's apparently Bruce Campbell, who I did not see one frame of him in this film, but per IMDb, Bruce Campbell was in this movie for a minute. Um, well, old Bruce Campbell dies.
Oh,
He had promised her a vice president position, which means a promotion, which means a very big raise. And so she's working to get closer to that goal. Well, as I just said, the old man dies and leaves his young son, Bradley, played by Dylan O'Brien, in charge. And Bradley's got some ideas of his own. First of all, that promotion promised, not happening anymore. He's going to bring in a frat boy, buddy of his, and that guy's going to take charge. And there's a big corporate merger happening in Bangkok, and a bunch of them are going to get on this little Cessna and fly to Bangkok. It is advised that they absolutely do bring Rachel McAdams, who is confirmed to know everything about this project, so she would be the best asset. And quite frankly, the plan is let her do what she does, and then they're going to fire her pretty much. Something happens on the way there, little spot of turbulence, and pretty much the plane crashes, killing almost everybody but Dylan O'Brien and Rachel McAdams. Um, Rachel McAdams' character gets no love in this movie. She just constantly is getting disrespected, and somehow the boys' club got a hold of her Survivor audition tape, the reality show Survivor. That for some reason plays a factor in it, and for good purpose, because Rachel McAdams has been studying to be on Survivor for so long that she is thriving in this environment. 2 hours after she wakes up on the beach, she pulls old what's his nuts to the side, builds him a little shelter, tends to his wound, catches some fish, is able to collect rainwater, builds a fire, and like does all this like in the span of 2 hours. And I'm like, damn, bitch, that's really impressive. I couldn't do any of that. Anyways, it goes on from there. Bradley is a piece of shit for most of the movie, and it's safe to say, without spoilers, never really learns a lesson. Meanwhile, Rachel McAdams just kind of stumbles into madness the longer we go, and it's fun. It's fun. As we mentioned, it's a Sam Raimi, so it wouldn't be Sam Raimi without the Sam Raimi-isms. That means we get a camera running through the jungle. That means we get a couple of jump scares where this is more of a thriller, but those jump scares are nice. It's nice to see those again. And then there's a very fun scene with a boar when Rachel
ooh.
McAdams has to do a little hunting. So
Does this boar befriend another animal? and they sing songs?
They do not.
Oh.
Sadly, no. Sorry to tell you. So, anyways, I really
Hakuna
enjoyed the
Matata,
hell out of
as
this
they say.
movie. Yes, I understand.
Okay.
Really enjoyed this movie. I would give it it's a low four, but it is still a four. Do I ever want to see this again? I don't know. Maybe with some friends at home on Netflix or Amazon Prime, whatever. Um, but I definitely enjoyed it in the theater. And then just a slight note to people for these sneak preview gimmicks. I know everyone's used to like 25, 30 minutes worth of trailers. On these sneak preview gimmicks, they usually do 10 to 15 minutes. So don't do that shit where you think you're gaming the system, because now you're just walking into the movie late. You're distracting everybody. You're being loud. And guess what? I don't care if you're speaking Tagalog, we can still hear you. We don't know what the fuck you're saying. Probably something about the movie, but we can hear your stupid ass. So shut the fuck up and get to the movie on time. If the thing starts at 6:30, be inconvenienced and get there at 6:30. Fucking cunts. So, um, Mike Fish, you usually have questions at this point. I will be answering those now.
No, I don't. Honestly, I don't have, and because this is it. Is it wrong of me? Maybe I'm getting old. Maybe I'm getting boring.
Hmm.
But this movie just did not. It's just not interesting. Like it just doesn't make me like, oh, what is
Well, you've
this?
seen this movie before. It's this cross between Misery and Castaway. That's what it is. You can't hide that. That's exactly what it is. And if they try, if thing one and thing two go like that's not what we int that is what you did produce. Then I'm sorry to tell you, it's Misery and Castaway together at last. Um, I had a good time. The beach scenes are nice. I don't think we had much green screen action. Um, but nice views and vistas. And again, Sam Raimi just tells a very nice, tight story where I'm just invested in. When Rachel McAdams does do wrong, you're kind of not mad at her. You're kind of just like, yeah, you go. So, but I get what you're saying. But it is also nice where like we were talking with Avatar 3 the other day. It was like, man, I know you got a part four coming out, man, but it'd be really nice if you just pulled back a little bit and just did some crazy little independent action film or low budget action film like you used to, Jimmy C. Michael Bay has done this with Ambulance. Ambulance didn't cost more than like $45 million. Very fun experience though. Like again, he took a break from billion-dollar Transformers and was just like, I'm just make this little story about an ambulance that's involved in a bank heist. What could go wrong? You know. So big shout out to Sam Raimi. It's nice to see him back in the driver's seat again. He can do billion-dollar blockbusters like Spider-Man and Doctor Strange, and he can do these little low budget films
Do you
like
know what?
Send Help and Drag Me to Hell.
Do you know what really also made me kind of the posters I've seen for this movie?
Hmm.
You're more of the movie guy than I am, so you'll be like,
Sure.
no, but this looks just from the posters alone, this looks
Hmm.
like a Rob Zombie movie.
Oh, I get why you say that.
You know what I'm saying?
I get why you say that. The color scheme, and then of course she's just holding a knife, and yeah, I totally get why that's coming to your thing. But Rob Zombie is heavily influenced by Sam Raimi. Is my counter proposal.
Does make sense.
By the way, this movie does come out Friday this weekend. Again, we saw a sneak preview at the Regal. The movie officially releases in 2 days from this podcast.
So I guess the big thing is okay. So this comes out this Friday. If you are watching this
Hmm.
podcast before the release, right? First question: if you are a fan of Sam Raimi, should people go out and watch this movie?
Absolutely, because there were definitely Sam Raimi fans in there. Where a bunch of us were like hooting and hollering. Again, there's a very fun scene with a boar. People, I think that was a show stealer. I think everyone seemed to enjoy the boar hunt. That's all I'm gonna
Next
say about that.
question:
Hmm.
if someone has seen a Sam Raimi movie and be like, this is not quite my cup of tea, does he? kind of like keep to his roots, but is this different? Does this stray a little bit where people are like, hey, if it didn't quite catch you in the past, I think you should check out this movie, or is this like one of his greatest hits, if you know what I'm saying?
A majority of his movies, again, Spider-Man's, The Evil Dead's, Doctor Strange. He even did a remake of, or not so much a remake, but he did a Wizard of Oz movie as well. He disappeared for a little while. Everything is very sensationalized in those movies. Everything is fantastical. There's a hint of magic, whether it be good magic or bad magic or whatever, or just superpowers. This is maybe one of the more grounded things he's ever done. Like Rachel McAdams, just that chick just learned how to make fire because she wanted to be on Survivor. Like she doesn't have any superpowers. She's not a psychic. She's just this very lonely, insecure woman who's now just trying to survive.
So if I'm picking up what you're putting down, maybe those who have seen a Sam Raimi movie thought this guy's not quite for me. There's a chance they still might enjoy this because it's not quite blueprint Sam Raimi, but it has its fingerprints. If I'm hearing what you're saying.
Yeah, yeah, sounds about right.
Oh, so check it out, guys. Friday, Send Help comes out in theaters. So what's your official score? I apologize if I missed it.
Oh yeah, it's a 4 out of 5.
Four
It's a
out
low
of
4 out of 5, but it's still a 4 out of 5. I enjoyed it. Would recommend.
Before we wrap up this movie review, you said the music was done by Mr. Danny Elfman, legend.
Would not have known that if I had not looked it up. Yeah,
Legend. But I feel bad. As soon as I hear the word Danny Elfman, it's not a word, the name Danny Elfman, I should say.
we're all
And he's getting up there. I was
He's in his
I
60s.
first got his. Obviously not at the time because I was 4 years old at the time. But my first
Yeah.
Danny Elfman was 1989's Batman. Batman.
That's right.
Batman.
Yeah.
So he's getting on.
Mm-hmm.
But tell me, you don't have to do this now. But if you look up what I don't want to judge anyone by their looks. But if you look at what Danny Elfman looks like now,
Mm-hmm.
and I hope that I paint this picture so much that you can't unsee it.
Mm-hmm.
Danny Elfman looks like what if Carrot Top aged gracefully.
Okay. I haven't seen a recent picture of Danny Elfman. I didn't even look at the IMDb profile, but
Like
yeah.
he's,
I
I don't
said he
know,
looks more like a DC Vertigo character, obviously one of the Goth characters.
I don't know if I could quickly Google it. Like this man is 72 years old.
Okay, older than I thought. I thought he was in his 60s.
How the fuck does this man like? He is a redhead like yourself.
Is he? Okay. I know
Yes.
I know he was in the group Oingo Boingo before that.
Great fucking band.
That's all I know.
Weird Science.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, 72 years old, still has a fantastic head of golden ginger hair.
Oh, I would have thought it was black, but okay. Maybe I'm thinking of David Lynch. But he also had gray hair before he passed away.
David Lynch. I think David Lynch. Yeah, right. Yeah. But if you
Not
Google image
important.
search, fantastic head of hair. I'm jealous
Okay,
of this man.
Some just got it like that, man. They're just blessed.
And here I am. Before I even hit my 40s, I just gave up and just shaved my head. God damn it.
I did it when I was in my 20s.
It'd be like that sometimes. It'd be like that
It'd be like
sometimes.
that.
But there you go. Send Help comes out this Friday, or it came out last Friday, or I don't know, whenever you listen to this podcast.
Friday.
It's out now, or it's going to come out. Check it out. Low 4 out of 5. Stamp of approval. But it's now time to wrap this show up in a nice little bow. Send you all warm and fuzzy inside. It's now time for this week's feel-good story of the week.
It's the coolest fucking story I've ever heard in my entire life. That's insane. Can I hear it again?
Now, this week's feel-good story, I have in my notes, on my show notes, I have titled this segment Feel Good Story, brackets, and ChatGPT Shade, close bracket.
Okay.
You'll find out why. So, are you familiar with the man or the rapper, the artist, A$AP Rocky?
I know his name. I couldn't tell you his song. I've seen a couple movies that he's just made a minor appearance in.
He did a song with Skrillex, one of my favorite DJs, Wild for the
I also
Night.
only know of that name, and he did the wah 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 wah
He did a bit of dubstep in his time. Yes, he did.
dubstep. Thank you. Forgot about that.
But yeah, A$AP Rocky. So recently, revealed on the Tonight Show that so he grew up in less than ideal situations, shall we say, in Harlem, in New York City, and he recently, in the apartment building where his grandmother lived and the one in which he grew up in, he covered the rent for every single tenant in that apartment building recently for the Christmas period. This is very nice.
That's wonderful.
He said his own experiences with poverty and the homeless shelter system shaped his view of generosity, and he wanted to give back in a meaningful but quiet, non-flashy way rather than publicity. Because he did mention that he's like, don't get me wrong, I guess it's nice when people do nice things, but he kind of felt weird where it's often now in today's generation, it's like, oh, look at me, I'm doing something great, but I have a fucking camera crew behind me to make sure that my nice thing is being documented. Which I get, I agree on that. Like, if you're gonna do something nice, just do something nice. There is there is a young of like, hey, if I show myself doing something nice, maybe it will encourage someone else to do something nice. But still, the blurred line is a soft still. Anyway,
Yeah, I go.
A$AP Rocky partnered up with rental rewards platform Built to make the gesture happen. He reflected on a childhood memory of someone selfishly taking kids from a shelter to go see a movie, which inspired his belief that giving should feel authentic and not embarrassing for the recipient. Because he did say, yeah, well, if you're filming, like, Kush, I'm doing something nice for you. Here's a camera in your fucking face. You might be like, oh, this is nice, but what the fuck? This is weird. I feel awkward now. So yeah, so he kind of brought attention to the script, but also he just covered rent for a bunch of fucking people, which is super nice to do.
Was it for just the month of December or January, or was it for the full year?
It just said recently covered the rent.
Okay. Hey, that's still nice. That's still very
nice. Still nice.
Wonderful.
So behind the curtain, how the sausage is made, what I like to do to try to keep it nice and tight, I will read the articles. And then just for my notes, I will go to ChatGPT and say, hey, summarize this article in 150 words or less. So I get a summary, and then so I can read the summary here and be like, okay, I can re-jog my memory of what I thought when I first read it and blah, 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 blah. This is the very first time, and maybe this is a sign where the fucking machines are starting to get sassy and take over. So I put into this article into ChatGPT, and it summarized the article beautifully. Like, hey, this is what he did. This is his memories of childhood. This is what someone did of him. Beautiful stuff. The last line of the article reads as the act of paying rent for these tenants came around the same time of his new album release. The end of the article. I was like, wow, that's shady, ChatGPT. Like,
throwing salt.
That's right. That's literally it. Just put that in the last line. The end. Thank you. Good night. A bitch.
Pretty rude, ChatGPT.
Right? Fucking take that, A$AP. But there you go. But still, sometimes the motivation for people doing nice things isn't quite as pure. But also, sometimes just even if their heart isn't pure, they did something nice, and people, it's just nice to know that people are doing things nice, that even if they're whatever, you know what I'm saying. Let's just enjoy people doing nice things.
Random acts of kindness everywhere.
Even if they're not random, they did a nice thing.
Never hurts to be nice.
Never hurts to be nice. Although I think we should instigate this random act. Like I'm gonna, like a wheel of fortune. Maybe we could put like nice things I could do, and I'll just carry around this wheel.
Okay.
And I'll just stop a stranger.
Well,
Wait! And I'll just spin the wheel. Oh, you get a hug. Boop.
I feel like you could do this better with like a deck of cards. Pick a card, any card. Oh, you picked the hug card. Oh, you you picked the $5 card. Hey, there you go.
I don't know that one. I think I'll just had them all say, "You get a hug."
Yeah, maybe.
They would never know.
An option too. Why would they?
Anyway, Kush. So, if my math is mathing, we've still got one more episode before Super Bowl.
Well, in theory, I'll be knee deep in Super Bowl shenanigans.
Knee deep.
All next week. I would like to get a recording in. We can talk more about that off the air, but I cannot guarantee that you'll see me again. Not guarantee you can see me again before the Super Bowl is over.
Well, let's put you on the spot then, just in case. Seahawks or Patriots? Who's going to win it?
Seahawks probably.
Correct answer.
Yeah, but I don't have a dog in this fight, so I'm just like,
I don't have a dog in the fight, but I hate the Patriots.
I get it. That's fair.
Like, look, we're New England. Fuck you. Old England's fine.
I can see why you count it from that point of view.
And it's not even a place. It's like 3 states. Right? New England's like Massachusetts, Vermont.
New England is a state, but yeah, it's Rhode Island and Massachusetts are for some reason.
And Vermont, I think. Vermont is in there as well.
Probably. Rhode Island as well. It's just a little bubble. Anyway.
It's like having the tri-state area Timberwolves. Timberwolves will be taken up. What could be a really good mascot for a football team from the tri-state area?
This would be a better question for the Serb squad. So, anyways, folks, I hope that we can do an episode next week. I don't know if that'll happen. So, just be safe during Super Bowl Sunday. Don't drink and drive. Have fun at the parties. But yeah, Uber, bicycle, do whatever that doesn't involve you actually operating a motor vehicle, please.
Or just go for a nice hearty walk.
There you go. That's also an option.
Nice exercise. Anyway, until next time. Take care of yourselves. And each other.
That's all, folks.
Pay me off, Johnny!